Norfolk Police knocking down the door of another drugs den in Norwich. The latest target of Operation Gravity, this flat's just off Sussex Street. Inside, officers find digital scales, cling film, this knife and wads of cash. They also suspect that drugs were being carried in everyday items, like this tube of Pringles. The raid this lunchtime came after weeks of intelligence gathering.
We're seeing unprecedented levels of violence with Operation Gravity. We know that there's, across the county over recent months, been an increase in drugs-related violence, stabbings. That level of violence is completely disproportionate and unacceptable, and it's something that won't be tolerated in Norwich or the county of Norfolk and will be dealt with very robustly. And today what you've seen is a statement of intent in that will not be tolerated.
Today, 2 teenagers from Surrey were arrested on suspicion of possessing Class A drugs with intent to supply, and 2 men from Norwich were also arrested in connection with drugs offences. And in all, more than £1,000 worth of heroin and crack cocaine were found in a matter of minutes. The force's crackdown on drug dealing started in December. It's seen more than 100 arrests and led to the seizure of around £10,000 of Class A drugs and £25,000 in cash, as well as a series of weapons. Detectives say that most worrying is the issue of cuckooing, where dealers, often from London, exploit addicts by taking over their homes and using them as temporary bases.
Any drug dealing activity involves a lot of people who are vulnerable in many different ways. We need to be engaging with our safeguarding partners, moving young people away from crime. What is it that makes this attractive to them, and why are they being forced to do it? Safeguarding and protecting vulnerable people, particularly around cuckooing. There are people with mental health issues, addiction issues, who are absolutely being exploited by these ruthless, unscrupulous people.
Investigations at the flat will continue, with officers ready to look through every part of it for more evidence. The 4 suspects are now in custody, the latest to be taken off Norwich's streets in our forces' war on drugs.
It's not just the money that's being made out of drug dealing, it's the misery that it brings to local communities and local lives. This is nothing other than a money-making venture. We have seen the high levels of violence. It's not just the here and now of the dealing in the street. The impact of this is unacceptable.
Mark Summers, Mustard TV, Norwich.